Dear children, good morning to all. Welcome to science class. So we are going to introduce the new chapter. That is the next one, reproduction in plants. So do you know about the term reproduction? That is nothing. That is a production of young ones or a production of the same individuals, the young ones of their own kind. This is what is called a reproduction. Why this reproduction is essential? It is very essential to ensure the continuity of the species one after the other, continuity of generation one after the other. So reproduction is a common feature of living organism. It is a common feature of plants and animals. So in this chapter we are going to study about the reproduction in plants. What are the different types of modes of reproduction in plants? Before talking about the reproduction, we can have a discussion about the plant parts. So what are the plant parts, important plant parts? Roots, stem, leaves, flowers, seeds, etc. Out of all this we can see that the roots, leaves and stem, these are usually for the growth of the plant. That's why these plants are called the vegetative parts of a plant. It is only for the vegetative growth. So after completing the vegetative growth, the plant enters into the second phase, that is the reproductive growth. So at the time of this reproductive growth, the plants are usually producing the flowers. Flowers are the reproductive parts of a plant. Mainly the plants are showing two types of reproduction like animals. They are the sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In case of asexual reproduction, the plants can give rise to new plants without seeds. Whereas in sexual reproduction, the new plants are obtained from seeds. So first of all, we can discuss about what are the asexual reproduction methods. The first one is a vegetative propagation. So what is by vegetative parts? The parts involved in the vegetative growth. So if the plant is producing a new plant from this vegetative parts, such as root, stem, leaves, buds, etc., then we can call this kind of reproduction is a vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction, for this purpose we are using the stem cutting, leaves, then roots to produce a new plant. Okay, cutting. Usually we are making the new plants. In case of garden plants and others, we are taking the stem cutting to make the new plant. Okay, that is the cutting. Then, did you notice the potato? Potato, if we are keeping the potato in a cool place for 1 or 2 weeks, we can see over the surface of the potato a small eyes may be there, small bulges may be there, notches may be there. Okay, all these are the notch, or from this eyes the new potato plants can produce. Okay, potato is actually a modified root. Then did you notice the ginger and turmeric, manjal, inchi, etc.? In all this we can see the new plants are produced from this the underground part, the underground stem. What is the name of this underground stem? That is the stem tuber. And this is the edible part we are using. Actually, this is a modified stem, not the root. The edible part of this ginger and turmeric, that is not the root, that is the edible, this modified stem. From this modified stem, the new plants are originating. Okay, another method of vegetative propagation. Then, do you know about one plant named Bryophyllum? Ilamulachi. Both the garden variety and also wild variety is available. What is the interesting phenomenon of this Bryophyllum? You know, it has the capacity to produce the new plants from the margins of its leaves. From the margins of its leaves, sides of its leaves. It has the capacity in olden case, or if in a fallen leaf, leaf, what we can see from all these margins, small or new plants are arising. Okay, so these are the examples for vegetative propagation. Then another one is a budding. Budding, another method of asexual reproduction, and it is most common in unicellular organisms such as yeast. Activity 12.3, you can read what is it. So in activity 12.3 we can see the reproduction yeast. Yeast is a microscopic and also single-celled organism. So when we are cultivating the yeast in sugar solution or starch solution, we can see that after or during favorable condition, from the surface of the yeast a small bulge may comes out. Okay, this bulge enlarges and the nucleus of the parent cell divides and enter into the newly formed bud or developing bud. In this way, a number of new cells are producing from the parent cell. This is what is called budding. The remaining methods of asexual reproduction that we will discuss in the next class. Okay.